As I told you guys before, it's very funny. I was on my way to work, and traffic was excellent. I received a call that a small Cessna had hit the World Trade Center, and I was asked to go and man the Office of Emergency Management at the World Trade Center 7 on the 23rd floor. As I arrived there were police all in the lobby. They showed me the way to the elevator. We got up to the 23rd floor. Me and Mr. Hess, who I didn't know was Mr. Hess at the time, we got to the 23rd floor. We couldn't get in. We had to go back down. Then security and police took us to the freight elevators, where they took us back up, and we did get in. Upon arriving into the OEM EOC, we noticed that everybody was gone. I saw coffee that was on the desk. Still, the smoke was still coming off the coffee. I saw half-eaten sandwiches, and only me, Mr. Hess, was up there. After I called several individuals, one individual told me that to leave and leave right away.
Mr. Hess, you were trapped in, I believe, 7 World Trade Center. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, I was. I was up in the Emergency Management Center on the 23rd floor, and when all the power went out in the building, another gentleman and I walked down to the 8th floor.
They had screens all over the place. The screens were blank.
Debris and dust are thrown over a huge area, and Tower 7 doesn't escape. These are some of the only pictures of Building 7 at that moment. Just over a minute later, the fire alarm in Tower 7 is triggered, but because it's on test, there's no information about where the fires are.
Did the side of the building come down?
I don't know. Something fell. What you see?
It was pretty clear at one point, and then there's a whole bunch of smoke and glass.
The stairwell filled up with a tremendous amount of smoke and dirt and soot, much more than it had been before. Previously, you could breathe for about 3 flights down.
Mr. Hess came running back in. He said, "We're the only ones up here. We got to get out of here." He found the stairwell. When we reached the 6th floor, the landing that we were standing on gave way. There was an explosion, and the landing gave way. And I was left there hanging. I had to climb back up, and now I had to walk back up to the 8th floor. After getting to the 8th floor, everything was dark. It was dark, and it was very, very hot. Very hot.
All of a sudden, at the same instant, 5 different things happened. The first was the lights went out. The emergency lights went out, so we were in total darkness. Second, The stairwell filled up with a tremendous amount of smoke and dirt and soot. So the second thing was the soot. The third thing was the sprinklers went on. At the same instant, and the last two things were the scariest, the building began to shake. And it was as if you were in an earthquake. I've never really been in an earthquake, but it's what it felt like. The whole building was shaking. So there I am, and I'm saying, what the heck is happening? And I said to Barry, while it's shaking, we just stood there, and after, I don't know, it was 5 seconds or 10 seconds, but the building stopped shaking.
And what have you heard at that stage, by this stage? Have you heard any sounds like explosions or big sounds?
Nothing. You heard two things. You heard tremendous wind, and you heard a tremendous number of sirens.
I asked Mr. Hess to test the phones as I took a fire extinguisher and broke out the windows. Once I broke out the windows, I could see outside below me. I saw police cars on fire, buses on fire.
And I look out the window, and number one, this ash is flying around, and papers, computer papers are flying around. And again, I was looking north and west, and the World Trade Center towers were south, so I couldn't see in that direction. And in my mind, they were just still on fire.
I looked one way, the building was there. I looked the other way, it was gone. The firefighters came, they came to the window, they started yelling, "Do not do that, it won't hold you." And then they ran away. See, I didn't know what was going on. That's when the first tower fell. When they started running, the first tower was coming down. I had no way of knowing that. Then I saw them come back. Now I saw them come back with more concern on their faces. And then they ran away again. The second tower fell. All this time, I'm hearing all type of explosions. All this time, I'm hearing explosions.
My position, and I'm quite firm on it, there were no explosions. Did I feel the building shake? Absolutely, and I recollect that. And I know now that that was caused by the northern half of number 1 falling on the southern half of our building.